Okay guys, get your timers ready because in today's video I'm going to be sharing 4 awesome lunch ideas that can be put together in about 5 minutes. And you guys, none of these lunches require any cooking at all. So they are definitely quick and easy. If you're looking for some lunch inspiration, stay tuned. Okay guys, first up is a lunch idea sent in by Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie is from Oklahoma, and for her lunch today, I'm going to be getting out a lunchbox that I haven't used in a long time. These are called Good Bins, and I think this is going to be a great lunchbox to use today because of the shape of Anne-Marie's main course. So my first step for this lunch is to put together a turkey and cheese sandwich stack. Now, if you're not a fan of turkey and cheese, you can definitely swap out these fillings for something else. But basically, I'm just going to take a piece of bread, add some mayo, just a little bit. Next, I'm adding cheese, a slice of turkey, then I'm going to top that off with another piece of bread that I've added a little bit of mayo to as well. Now, so far this sandwich is looking pretty ordinary, nothing too special about it, but that's because I'm not done yet. I'm actually going to repeat this process to create kind of a double-decker sandwich. So I have another layer of turkey and cheese, mayo, and bread. Okay, so now it's time to turn this into a stacker. So what I'm going to do is take 4 of these little bamboo skewers, and I'm actually going to place 4 of these skewers into this big sandwich like this. And this is just going to help keep the sandwich together when I go to cut it. Now I'm using a serrated knife here, and I'm sawing back and forth very gently. I'm trying not to squish the filling out of the sandwich. And then just like that, I'm left with 4 little sandwich stackers. And I'm actually going to add as many of these little sandwiches to the lunchbox as I can. So now I'm going to move on to Anne-Marie's fruit and veggie. Anne-Marie requested grapes, so I'm just going to be adding in some big, beautiful purple grapes right over here. And then for her veggie, she asked for celery sticks. And you guys, I think that just like me, Anne-Marie must be a peanut butter lover because she requested a small container of peanut butter to go along with the celery. And then for her snack, she requested crackers filled with peanut butter. So we're doubling up on the peanut butter for this lunch. For Anne-Marie's snack, she requested cookies. So I'm just going to add a little bag of these teddy bear cookies. And then to complete Anne-Marie's lunch, I'm going to add in a grape juice. Now check it out, you guys. This lunch came together so quickly. It hits all the major food groups, and I think it looks delicious. So now I'm going to call in my official taste testers, aka my kids, and they're going to give this lunch a try. Okay guys, what was your favorite part of this lunch?
My favorite was the sandwich. My favorite was the peanut butter crackers. My favorite was the grape. My favorite was the sandwich.
Okay guys, this next lunch idea was sent in by Sam. Sam is from Kuwait, and for Sam's lunch, I'm actually going to be making it vegan because that's what Sam requested. For this lunch, I'm going to start by making the sweet treat first, because even though it is quick and easy, it does take a little bit of time to solidify. For Sam's lunch, I'm going to be making some vegan chocolate crunch cups. For this, I'm using 1.5 cups of vegan chocolate chips. I'm also using 2 teaspoons of coconut oil that is melted, and I'm also using about 3/4 of a cup of Rice Krispie cereal, or the knockoff kind. Now, if you wanted to, you could definitely make a bigger batch of these, and you could also add in peanut butter, which would be delicious. Once that's all mixed together, I can add it to each little muffin cup. And of course, I'm using my silicone liners because that's going to make cleanup a breeze. Now, you guys, these set up so quickly. Now, you guys, I'm actually going to stick these in the fridge while I make the rest of the lunch. And by the time I'm done, these will be ready to go. So now it's time to create some avocado toast. Now, of course, you can use whatever bread you prefer when making avocado toast, but usually when I'm making it, I try to get a heartier, more dense bread. So today I'm going to use this whole wheat bread. I'll go ahead and pop this in my toaster. And while that's toasting up, I'm going to go ahead and cut open my avocado. Now, this is actually really good that I'm making this lunch today because this avocado really needs to get used up. It's pretty ripe. Okay guys, so now the toast is toasted. I'm going to try my best to make this avocado toast look fancy. Now, of course, you definitely could just smash your avocado on top of your toast and call it good. It might not be as pretty, but it'll still taste delicious. Now, at this point, I definitely want to add in some seasoning. For today's lunch, I thought it would be really good to add some of this everything but the bagel seasoning. So, of course, there's garlic powder and onion powder and black sesame seeds in here. It is really good. But you guys, a little bit of this goes a long way. Next, for Sam's lunch, I'm gonna be adding in some watermelon. And usually I like to cut my watermelon into fun little shapes, but since this is all about saving time, I went ahead and just cut it up with my crinkle cutter because it's super fast and it's still super cute. For Sam's snack, I'm gonna be adding in some of these sweet potato chips. These are super crunchy and delicious. And then of course, for that sweet treat, we have these beautiful vegan chocolate crunch cups. And now last but not least, I'm also going to be adding in some watermelon flavored water. And I can tell that Sam must be a big fan of watermelon. Okay kids, what was your favorite part?
My favorite was the watermelon.
My favorite was the watermelon too.
Stop copying me!
My favorite was the avocado toast.
My favorite was the avocado toast scale.
Stop copying me!
Okay guys, next up I'm going to be making Eleanor's lunch. Eleanor is from the UK, and for her lunch again I'm going to be using a Good Bin lunch container. And again, it's because I think her main course is going to fit really well in this box. Now speaking of main courses, Eleanor requested banana sushi. Now don't worry you guys, if you are not a fan of actual sushi, this doesn't contain any fish at all. To make banana sushi, all you're gonna need is a tortilla. Next, I'm gonna spread on some peanut butter. Now you definitely could swap this out for almond butter, wow butter, or even Nutella if you have a sweet tooth like I do. Next, I'm going to add on a full banana, peeled of course, and I'm going to roll the whole thing up as tightly as I can. And now all I have to do is slice these up and I can add them into the lunchbox. So now that Eleanor's main course is done, I can go ahead and add in her fruit. Over here, I'm just adding a big handful of fresh blueberries, and right next to them, I'm also going to be adding in some cucumber slices. Now, usually I like to cut my cucumbers kind of cute and fancy, but when I'm in a hurry, I just cut them like this because it's super fast and still kind of cute. For Eleanor's snack, she requested goldfish crackers, but not just any goldfish crackers. She specifically asked for the princess ones, which if you've never seen these before, they basically taste just like a regular goldfish cracker. The only difference is the color. These are all pink. For Eleanor's sweet treat, she requested chocolate chip cookies, and I'm hoping that this kind will fit in the lunchbox. Now, I've actually had this bag of cookies hidden in my pantry for quite a while. I didn't want my kids to get into them, and it looks like I'm just going to be able to fit a few into this lunch. And now, last but not least, for Eleanor's drink, she requested pink lemonade. Now, you guys will have to let me know in the comments down below if you've ever made or tried banana sushi. I've made lots of different variations over the years, and it's always a big hit with my kids. And speaking of kids, what'd you guys think? What was your favorite part of this lunch?
My favorite was the banana sushi. My favorite was also the banana sushi. Stop copying me!
My favorite was the banana sushi.
Stop copying me!
My favorite was the banana sushi. Stop copying me!
Now that brings us to Sean's lunch idea. Sean is from South Carolina, and for his lunch today, he requested an older version of the classic Lunchable. You know, the whole crackers and meat and cheese. It's kind of like that, but it's definitely a little bit fancier. Now for Sean's lunch, instead of adding regular crackers, I'm going to be adding in these garlic and butter flavored ones. Now I've never actually tried these before, but they sound interesting and they definitely smell like garlic. And then you guys, instead of just adding some regular slices of cheese, Sean requested pimento cheese, or I think it's called pimento cheese. I'm not quite sure. All I know is that it is delicious, and I made sure to get the mild kind because that's what my kids prefer. And then to go along with Sean's cheese and crackers, he also requested some turkey. So this is just some regular deli turkey. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it up and then cut it in half so it fits better in the lunchbox. Now at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some celery sticks, which also go really well with this cheese dip. And then in this back section, I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up with grape tomatoes. Now this is something that I know my son Jackson will be happy to see because he loves these little tomatoes. Okay guys, now that brings me to Sean's sweet treat, and he requested strawberry shortcake. But as you know, I'm trying to make these lunches very quick and easy, so I'm definitely taking a shortcut with this shortcake. I'm gonna go ahead and use these store-bought pre-made little pound cakes. Aren't they cute? And I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this cake right into the lunchbox. Next, I'm going to add a dollop of strawberry jam, followed by some fresh strawberry slices. And then I'm going to top it all off with just a little bit of Cool Whip. This strawberry shortcake might be a shortcut, but it's still gonna be delicious. And then lastly, for Sean's drink, he requested water. So I'm just gonna add in this cute little Cowboy Woody water bottle.
was the strawberry shortcake.
My favorite was the strawberry shortcake too.
Stop copying me. My favorite was the crackers.
My favorite was the crackers and cheese.
Stop copying me.
Now you guys, don't forget to let me know in the comments down below, out of all of the lunch ideas I shared today, which one was your favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.